you like my entire playlist.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's
What
on the
else
it's
did
on
you
the
hear?
splash screen now.
The restoration of Israel, Paul Wilbur doesn't reign, and Jerusalem arrives. There's only the blue one in there.
Joel Turtle. Or Joseph, Joshua Aaron.
Yeah, Joshua Aaron.
Okay, there
Maybe
we
that's
go.
why I only heard that. I don't know why. I'll have to. Oh, I was playing with the playlist, so I don't know.
Oh,
Go into Facebook and make sure that
test
you,
my.
and see if I'm. If it's
I don't think I have the Facebook app.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I haven't used it since ever.
Test. All right,
Can you hear
so
me over here?
I see the sound. Go ahead, everybody, be quiet except for you. Go ahead, Aaron.
Can you hear me? You got
Yes.
good sound on the bar?
Yes.
Okay. You should join us. You can come over here.
I don't want to be on camera.
So sit over there.
So that the back of my head is on camera.
You need to participate.
I am participating. I just didn't want to be on camera.
You okay, little one?
Where my shin meets my knee.
Yeah. In that dimple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owie.
It's the funny bone spot of. That's not so funny.
Owie.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's like when you hit your elbow. It's not
That's
funny,
not
but you're
funny.
laughing.
I have all of your songs because I added it before you took all of your songs off of your phone. And then I also looked at my Spotify playlist of like church music and like any individual songs I like got the entire album. I've never listened to the entire album. But I have it.
When I get where I'm going. Oh, it's 6:31 and we are live. You are at your start time.
Are we on the splash screen or just?
We are on the splash screen. Are you ready to move over and begin?
Just let it be.
Okay.
And this is Paul Wilbur.
He sounds like the guy who did the worship, praise worship at the church in at the synagogue.
Mm-hmm.
Before they moved synagogue.
Are you talking about? Oh, good. Are you talking about Bethel, or are you talking about?
No, the big one where there was children's church in the basement and we had big ones.
Bethel. All right, good. It works.
Wow.
It works. It works. Yeah, that was Bethel. Yeah, yeah. He is very similar to that.
And I said something about that and Kelly. And she looked at me like I was crazy.
What did you about what? You said something about what?
Okay, well I said something both about going to that church at all.
All right,
At
you
all,
are.
and like listening to someone who sounded like Paul Wilbur, and she looked at me like I was insane.
Hello, viewer. We will be getting started in just a moment. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
You're actually quite sick. Have you know?
And you are on screen now.
Okay, on screen. Yeah.
Let me know when you want me to change slides or what have you.
Okay. And I'm centered. Ms. Head Bop back over here is not in the way.
She kind of is.
I'll move. No. I'll move. I can move a bit this way. Is that better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Shabbat Shalom. And I will give you this one too, so that you have, since we have more than enough, here's a cup and get yourself just a tad bit of the grape Alright, we are going to do a truncated, liturgy, very truncated liturgy. We're just gonna, since I don't have all the slides up for you to follow along with. I don't expect you to, but anyway, yeah, so we're gonna do, we're gonna bless the candles, bless the bread, bless the wine, and then we'll move on to the Savior himself. So, when he comes, make sure I have. Alright, when he comes, yeah, because he wasn't feeling so great the other night, so.
Was
Alright.
it there?
Daniel did not come last night, no. Alright. Alright, go ahead and shut that down. Come on. Okay, I don't like you very much right now. There we go. It's cold. Enough with the cane. I haven't finished it. There are bubbles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher tishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'ateinu shel Shabbat. Blessed be the Lord God, King of the universe, who's sanctified us and committed us to keep those Sabbath things. Okay. There. And then for our wine, or our grape juice, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri ha'kafel. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has brought forth the fruit of the vine. Chaim. And go ahead and drain that as you go, because we're going to fill it with something else. And for the reveal,
I can't see.
oh, yeah, we have salt. Would you go ahead and pass that to her so she can put a little bit on her plate? Salt, yes. This is for you. You have plates, so there's no good for so, again, salt is part of the covenant, it is part of every covenant, it was part of every covenant, making, because we're to be the salt of the earth. So, and it was basically money back in the day. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, haozi l'chem ha'aretz. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth.
How do they use it like, well, no, they didn't, because.
Take it, just pull a piece off, pull. There you go. What?
It does. Here, move you.
On your plate. Okay, so. A little bit about Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat is not a difficult concept. It just means the 15th of the month of Shabbat. Tu, the 15th. B of Shabbat. Tu B'Shvat. And you get the B'Shvat there. The rest of it, T, nothing hard. Okay, the reason that we have this day, the birthday of trees, is because we were told by God that we were not supposed to harvest from any tree for the first 3 years in order to let it grow and mature. Well, unless you put a date on all your trees, you're not gonna know. So they just decided we're gonna create a birthday for them all. And on this day, they're considered 1 year older, whatever they are. As a matter of fact, way back in the way days, in some cultures, everybody's birthday changed the same thing. It has one day in the year that was everybody's flipping with the calendar on their birth, of their age. So this concept is not original. I mean, there are multitudes out there. So anyway, the first 3 years, you're not supposed to harvest from a tree. So in the early 1600s, the rabbis got together and said, well, let's use Pesach or Passover as a model, and we're going to create a meal, a seder, an order of service to celebrate the trees, because they mean something. And so each one of the things that are on our table, just like for Passover, that have meaning, each one of these things also has meaning. So, as with a lot of services, it starts with hand washing, which,
There's hand sanitizer.
yeah, there is hand sanitizer, if you wish. But we're going to bypass that. But anyway, that though, again, is about service. Okay? You see it, go for it, because I don't even see it. I know it's there, I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. Anyway, go ahead and drain, make sure your cup is drained, because we're going to want white grape juice in our cup. So, what is a poetry like grape? It's supposed to be one, technically.
Why doesn't come on a tray either?
And two. Anyway, and then pass the juice, because we're all gonna need it. All right, so that would be the last. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's a prayer for washing of the hands as well, which we're gonna bypass. But anyway, blessed are you, source of all life, who commands us to ritually wash our hands. So and God said, let the earth put forth grass, herb yielding seed, and fruit tree bearing fruit after its own kind, wherein is the seed thereof on the earth. Genesis 1:11. In the 16th century in northern Israel, in the spiritual town of Zafat, the Jewish mystics created this Seder. They recognized that in many and very dimensions of God's creation, and used the fruits of Israel, of the Bible, to symbolize their existence. The first cup of wine, or grape juice in our case. This cup symbolizes winter and the mystical dimensions of Atzilut, or emanation, at which God's energy infused the creation process with the initial breath. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you, source of all life, creator of the fruit of the vine. And have a drink, English. For Adonai your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks and water, of fountains and depths springing forth in valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive trees and honey, a land wherein you shall eat without scarceness, you shall not lack anything in it, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you may dig brass. And you shall eat and be satisfied, and bless God for the good land which is being given to you. The first fruit, the fruit that is hard on the outside and soft on the inside, such as walnuts, coconuts, or almonds. The hard shell symbolizes the protection that the earth gives us and reminds us to nourish the strength and healing power of our own bodies. Toss me the coconut. Come on. Go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Blessed are you, source of all life, creator of the fruit of the tree. So go ahead and have some of that first fruit. So I got a lady, please, please. Did you get walnuts over there, or you got apples?
I did get walnuts. I don't know if that was safe because Victoria's allergic to them. But
No, she's so allergic to crumbs.
she doesn't eat walnuts either. So.
We'll pass the coconut. Pass it in the coconut. The coconut. So now I want you to drop just 1 or 2 little drops of red in your juice. Michael,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get a pipette.
you just want 1 or 2 drops just to start changing the color.
Do I mix it?
Yeah, you can mix it.
What slide do you want me on? I'm in Eitz Chaim, Tree of Life.
Oh, keep going. Go past all of the liturgy.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I think.
Yeah, you still want it, you actually want it more white, or pink is fine, but,
I'm not really confident put it on my plate.
but there's a point. What?
So I thought you were gonna tell me to put it on my plate.
So past the bread and the wine?
Yep, past that.
So I see introduction to Bishvat, Rosh Hashanah,
Keep going.
continued. And then I see
You're gonna-
vocabulary.
I didn't look at it, so you're gonna have to look at it and tell me.
After,
Or discover whether or not we're at that spot.
I just see introduction to Tu Bishvat and Rosh Hashanah, so.
Okay, just keep going, continued, yeah,
And
keep
then
going.
vocabulary, that's the
Okay.
end of it.
Then don't worry, then just go back to the front screen then, on that.
Okay,
So here's yours,
okay,
your pieces.
okay.
Obviously more is coming, but, yeah, please. This is where it gets grays along with it. This cup of wine, the second cup, this cup of wine of grape juice is mostly white with a little red mixed in to symbolize the passing of the seasons and the mystical concept of the formation and birth, often associated with water. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the field. Blessed shall you be in the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your land, and the fruit of your cattle, and the young of your flock. Blessed shall you be in your basket and your kneading trough. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. Deuteronomy 28. The second fruit. This fruit is soft, with a pit in the center. Olives, dates, peaches, apricots. That plate. Grab you a spoon. You knew there was something I was doing.
I don't have one of those things. I don't even like them.
So take the plate at least. Take what you like or what you want, or if you don't want, then pass.
Might be allergic.
I don't need an explanation. Here's some, if you feel like you need to stick something or you can use your fork, whatever, but I got plenty more. Alright, so this fruit is soft with a pit in the center and symbolizes the life-sustaining power that emanates from the earth. It reminds us of the spiritual and emotional strength that is within each of us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz, creator of the fruit of the tree. No rush, you take your time. So, I'm going to pass around the third. So now I want you to add a little more red to your white. There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
So are grapes like tea then?
What?
Okay, tea, as the months go on and the seasons change, it becomes like when you pick it at different times in the year, it tastes different and a different color. Not because of oxidation, because you haven't picked it yet. But it's a different type of tea depending on what time of year you
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, creator of the fruit of the vine. May God formed the human from the dust of the earth and breathed into the nostrils the breath of life, and the human became a living soul. Genesis 2:7. The third fruit is soft throughout and completely edible, such as figs, grapes, and raisins, which, oh, by the way, is basically the same thing. This type symbolizes God's omnipresence and our own inextricable ties with the earth. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who is the creator of the fruit of the tree. So I have grapes, but I also have these really cool mixed colored grapes. Raisins. So, do you want? Take a bunch. So then we're supposed to have a vegetarian dinner, but we're gonna hold off. We're gonna finish the fourth cup, and then we'll get the kugels out. Normally this meal is vegetarian because we are talking about the birth of trees. So,
This is not the number.
kugel.
No, not that.
It's the casserole. Yep. All right. Put a little more red in your cup. So now it should be pretty much red.
Was I supposed to have an olive already?
Yes.
That was the second group.
Yeah, you can eat what it is that you like or don't like. Don't eat.
It seems like a lot of food and I want to eat it.
Oops, good thing. Aw. So, well, this should be pretty much red.
Did y'all get the olives?
I didn't want any.
Olives?
So the fourth cup is all red, symbolizing the mystical concept of fire and the idea that within all things, living things, dwells a spark of God. And the angel of God appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. And Moses looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. The fourth fruit has a tough skin on the outside, but sweet fruit within. Mangoes, bananas, avocados, and symbolize the mystery of the world and the study of Torah. Are constantly seeking to uncover her secrets and are constantly nourished by her fruits. So, I have mango and banana. That you may take a piece of whatever it is that you wish. Of course, I have more juice that you can drink of. If you want banana, you can peel it. I just didn't want to open with it immediately at the moment. Now, as for food, because it is supposed to be a dinner, here, can you open, you can find it off that? Okay. We now have two different kinds of kugel, and that's what the casserole is called. This is the sweet dessert one. It is egg noodles with apples and raisins and cinnamon and sugar, and it's being dessert. And this one is a vegetable one. So it has potatoes and zucchini and carrots, and matzo meal and garlic and all that other stuff. So go ahead and take a little bit. Do you have scissors? What do you need scissors for?
Not that. I couldn't do that one.
I like how it being a little fun kind of idea, but it gives us the idea, or it allows us to, by means of something that we can touch and handle, put in the mind of the spirit of God. You don't need to cut all of it, just a little, just some of it. That's enough. That's enough. There's only 4 of us here.
Okay, about 5 pieces, 5 rows.
I think you should.
It's been a long time since I had a mango.
You're just doing good? But I think, do we have any viewers? Come over here then and sit with us. And you go over and check. You can come over and check once in a while and see if anybody puts something up. You don't want you to be everybody to see it. Probably. Okay, that's not better one
No,
That's not.
she's a different drink.
So, anyway. This is the savory one. That's what's in it. Yeah, it is well done. I just think it's an interesting way of bringing to life the word.
Too much salt. Keep drinking this. Create a molding cake. So I put in a little more salt than I needed. You know, I wanted it to be a little salty. Stop that.
Too much?
Too much. Way too much. It's so salty.
I saw this one thing on the interwebs about how to make sweet things without using sugar. So they did a lot of like dates and even corn and things that you could put into sweet things, even chocolate mousse,
A lot of things you dates in particular.
to bring out the sweetness of the thing.
It's a chocolate mix. It's, corn.
Sweet corn is sweet.
Yeah. Sweet.
Dates are are traditionally used in the Middle East as part of the breaking of the fast. It allows your blood sugar to come back, start to come back without you shocking it. And shocking your system too, especially if you've been fasting for a while.
Oh, yeah. Days, years.
Not years. But yes, during Ramadan, I bet you if you went and saw them at their meal that evening, the first thing they eat would be dates. And they would do all, but it's a daily, yeah. Yeah, but it's a daily thing, but it's still a way of not shocking your system after not having food.
You know, when I did the Daniel fast, my thing was when I got off of it, it was, the first thing I wanted was pizza. Because that sauce has got the sweet wine.
But the other part of the problem is people will also eat too much right off the bat. And so if you break your fast with a date or two, then you go do your prayers and whatnot, and then come back to sweet kugel over here as well. Anything. You don't wanna try it? Why?
Not apples.
It's good. And raisins. This is a very traditional kugel. Vegetable one is much, definitely more of a modern take. Modern take on it. This is old world traditional. And it's stuck together. Sugar. Wow, it's right.
How this person was like how to make traditional African dishes. Oh my god. Awesome.
I called a place that, mostly made Ethiopian dishes. I saw them at, Sam's. They were buying stuff. And they never returned my call.
I guess it's not much business.
They were done business.
No problem.
Well, I mean, it was,
I'll show you some of her things. She and a lot of other black women, but it's not just that. She can't get like brand deals because they keep like with food, so she can't sponsor food.
She can't get sponsored.
She can't get sponsored because they think that African food is marketable. When McCormick's whole thing is like our seasoning is great and everything, and then they'll show like traditionally African dishes with McCormick seasoning. Why don't you sponsor this genuine African chef who's making traditional African dishes? Using your spices.
but sometimes, get to be locally famous. You have your own little restaurant thing. And the other piece is, not every recipe can necessarily be mass produced in a way that is, like, maintains the original essence of the dish.
Just can't.
Yeah.
And then I think about how the Black Panther Forever movie, the darkest woman who was there was my shit. And it was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Darkest one who's right.
Like at the Black Panther Wakanda Forever premiere, the movie that's about black women. The darkest woman was my shit.
You're saying the star of the
No. At the premiere, people were invited, influencers,
Oh,
and
yes.
like the darkest one was my shit.
Anyway, a lot of Jewish feasts are, holidays are, centered around the food, because that's what brought people together.
And mine. There's one person, that I follow online. She's not a rabbi or anything, but she does do like a lot of Jewish content online. She said like the most traditional thing that you can do as a Jew is to drink when your house burns down. You drink when you build a new house. You drink when a child dies. You drink when a child is born. You drink. It's basically like wine is part of everyday life. When the sun sets, when the sun rises.
alcohol.
I don't think it's quite that much drinking.
Well, like,
I mean, don't get me
that's
wrong.
why there's such a big beer culture. There's like a very big beer culture in Germany because like water isn't like safe for them to drink.
Wasn't.
Safe for
So
them to
now
drink.
it's just an excuse.
Just like wine, the Bible, a lot of places water was not safe to drink.
Yeah.
obviously. But it has significance. It has significance, and it's, and hey, if you create holidays and people get together and hear the word God, I'm all for it. Me too, all for it.
All for it, all for it. Because if they don't hear it, then they're not gonna just take in it if there's not somebody gathering.
Absolutely.
If they don't know Jesus Christ.
So we were talking about on our live cast last night, talking about how evangelism or emissaries aren't, you don't hear about, or you don't read about them in the Old Testament. Because Jewish people don't seek converts. They just don't. No, actually, if you're converted, you're doubly blessed.
Yes, and they consider you a Jew part of
But it, yes, it just, that's not part of the faith, is to evangelize like that, so. As long as you weren't doing something completely obscene, God said you were fine, so you didn't have to die. That you be your own. And there's plenty of sections in the Old Testament that talk about whether, this applies to you and the foreigner.
Right.
Doesn't matter, so. But anyway, what were you looking at? He's on all the trees, looking at something. I'm gonna go check our thing, but I might just go ahead and fill the cast, because it was a short one anyway, so. Anybody there? Nope, nobody's there. Nobody joined us. That's okay. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you next time. Love ya.